Sun fans also taking to, well, what else? Social media to share their opinions and feelings about the team leaving at the end of the year. NBC Connecticut Stephen Pappas went through some of those comments, and he's here with more. Stephen, what are people saying tonight?
Yeah, Keisha, it's always just fun to peruse social media for the comments, and the Sun fans, they made their voices heard today following the news. Now, this one right here is from Richard saying, "Way to go, Connecticut, Whalers fan here. Same old song and dance." And I gotta say, these are two very different situations, though they do have some similarities when it comes to kind of how they develop. Now, the Whalers did have some the Rangers and the Bruins to deal with when it comes to attendance, some established teams already. The Sun didn't necessarily have any real established teams in that region that would take attendance away. Now, facility upgrades, though, those were a common falling out point for both the Sun and the Hartford Whalers. Now, let's take a look at this one. It says, "Yikes, Bridgeport Islanders moving to Canada. Connecticut Sun moving to Houston." Again, sort of keeping along that hockey theme. It was, again, this was the attendance for the Bridgeport Islanders. Not really great draws. The Connecticut Sun have done better when it comes to drawing. The Islanders about 4,000 over the last 2 seasons. The Sun have been a little bit better. They've actually doubled that with around 8,000. And then this last one here, I was going to read this one. This makes perfect sense. The CT leaders letting a women's pro basketball team leave the basketball capital of the world for Houston, Texas. Our political leaders are absolutely clueless about what is important for our state. Now, Governor Ned Lamont is reacting to that move tonight, saying, in part, quote, that the Connecticut Sun inspired fans, elevated women's sports, and represented our state with pride. We're deeply grateful for everything that they've brought to our communities, and we look forward to cheering them on for one more season. He went on to say it's important to not oversimplify the decisions made for the team's future, which he calls complex. He also says, quote, Connecticut will be investing in strong communities and a strong future for sports and entertainment, and we welcome anyone who wants to join that work. Keisha, I know that we've been following this all day. Some of that same sentiment that was felt online, I know we've heard it throughout the newsroom today. But just, you know, it's been said by Gabby, it's been said by Matt. It's a sad day in Connecticut.
Well, it certainly is, because, Stephen, even though we knew that there was a possibility this could happen, it still hits like a ton of bricks for fans here in our state.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't necessarily soften the blow.
Absolutely. Stephen Pappas, thank you. So Connecticut Sun may be moving on, but let's put it into perspective here for you. Let's remember they're still here for another year. So join NBC Connecticut for Women Take Center Court to celebrate the team's final year here, which kicks off on May 8th. We will be bringing you exclusive access with weekly segments, including when the Sun make the trip up from Mohegan Sun to play at People's Bank Arena in Hartford. That very first game in May is against the LA Sparks. Then on July 2nd, they'll be back in the Capitol to take on former Husky Paige Beckers and the Dallas Wings, as Matt Satilli told us. And the game's returning to TD Garden in Boston to play the LA Sparks again. The team will be there August 18th.